Oh, yes. Okay. Oh my gosh. Google Chrome. So you can hear me now. 8 years. Oh my God. Thank you so much for waiting for me on that. That was so frustrating. Like Google Hangouts on my end was like, stop, like you're broadcasting now. You're live on YouTube. And yet no one could join this. All right. Thank you to YMS for giving me the link to that app because I think that fixed the bug. All right, one second. Heart rate's like da, 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 da. Nothing like technical issues when you're trying to do something, online workshops and all that. Oh, people are chatting. Yay. Okay. All right. I'm going to do another tweet about this. And then probably another thing from the Pie Ladies Twitter accounts, and then we'll get started because we're only 20 minutes late. That's great. I'm so happy. Everyone's so happy this is working. Okay. Tweeting. One second. Tweeting. Tweet from my personal account. I'll ask Anna to tweet from the Pie Ladies account. Boom. Okay. Those are out. I will just start chatting. There we go. All right. Hi, everyone. I am Tracy. Big thanks to Pie Ladies Remote for letting me have this platform to talk about my favorite subject, which is side projects. And ideally, like the real thing I'm really interested in is side projects that eventually move into something that can support you. Because that's pretty much all I do now. About 8 years ago, I had a job from college. It was like working with a bunch of guys, and we had this startup and whatnot. This is my only real job I've really ever had, because I quit that job and I just started futzing around with different side projects. And one of those side projects turned into this startup that I've been running for the last few years. And then on top of that, I started this startup as a side project, which turned into my full thing. And then I started doing these books. I'll show you, I'll do screencasting in a second to show what I'm talking about. But I started writing these books as a side project while I was working on Wedding Lovely, because once it turned into my big thing, I needed to have another break and another distraction, I guess. That's why I like side projects. So I started writing these books. These books turned into a big thing. And throughout this journey, I've had lots of little projects I've worked on with my husband, who's also a developer, little projects I'm working on myself. So basically, this is my favorite. I am very enthusiastic about working for yourself, building things, making little side projects, because who knows where things will take you. So in this session here is, I had some slides. I figured after I can use them if I want to, but really I thought this would be better as a discussion. So I have the chat window open, which I'll put into this little chat window in here in Hangouts. Feel free to ask me questions on either of these at any point, because I'm hoping this will be more of a discussion than just me talking at the camera, telling you about side projects. And we go through the steps of a side project, from figuring out ideas to like what do you want to build, or finding things to build, things that are unique or not, depending on what you want to do. Get my list out. What kind of projects are out there that we can be working on. how to plan those projects, strategies for launching those projects, and also a little bit in strategies for marketing those projects, because that's my current thing that I've been kind of doing a lot at conferences, is talking about marketing projects. And the things I'm talking about here are going to be, I think, mostly relevant to Pie Ladies and Pie Ladies like people. So I had these all have like a code bent, all these like side project ideas. But like I said, I also do books. So we can also chat about other side projects, whether it's like, well, the first thing that came to mind was knitting. That doesn't really count, but you know what I mean? So it doesn't just have to be something technical. It can be something that's like non-technical. Cool. Anna seems to have tweeted from the Pie Ladies account for me. I'm going to set up my computer, do a little screen sharing, kind of show all the little things that I've done. So let me close some of these other windows I have open, so you don't see all my sneaky stuff I have up. All right, now screen sharing. All right, we're gonna have this really crazy window and window thing for a second. Ah, there it is. Okay, cool. So showing off my screen. Tell my husband to go away. He's gonna keep doing that. So the main thing that I have done, I work on, this is Wedding Lovely. So this is my project I've been working on for like the last 8 years. It started as a side project. It was started as a way of teaching me Python. I didn't know how to program. Wanted to figure out this little project for learning how to program. And so I started building the first iteration of Wedding Lovely, and then it turned into a startup from there. So this is Wedding Lovely. Crazy window thing. We're at the price of admission. No kidding. Every time I run these live events, it's always like that brief moment of like, it like zooms in. You're like going through the matrix as I set up the screen sharing. All right. So the second thing, this is my other big thing now, and I should remove that banner because it is beyond February 17th. I wrote a couple books. Like I said before, I wrote these books as a side project from Wedding Lovely. Once Wedding Lovely turned into a big thing and I was the quote unquote CEO running this business, and I was like, I need another break. So I'm going to write a couple books. So Hello Web App is it's now 2 books going on 3 teaching Python development. So I wanted a new tutorial for Python. I have a background in editorial design. I thought it'd be fun, instead of doing programming for a little bit, to try out writing and doing design. So this was my side project. Turned into 2 books. And then this is what I was working on last month. This is the new thing I'm doing on, because once you launch the books, and then they kind of go off on their own. So this is Hello Web Design, and that's a Kickstarter for the 3rd book, teaching web design. So I just did a Kickstarter for that, which was insane. Feel free to ask me questions if you ever consider doing a Kickstarter, because I have so much to say. But this was finished, and now I'm working on writing that book right now. So these are all the big things, but I have lots of little tiny side things I do for fun that are launched. Color Lover is not what I want. Color Blendy. So Color Blendy is a project that my husband and I work on. Every now and then, we haven't done one in a while, but every now and then we'll just spend a weekend just building something for fun. So Color Blendy is something we did something like 7 years ago. So you can put in, let's see, how does this work again? It's been a while. You can choose colors, and it kind of gives you this this blended color palette. So yeah, little tiny side project we built. I also helped him out with his thing. Helped him out the design on this. This is Brief Metrics, which is his project. So that's another weekend project for me, is I built this Brief Metrics design with him. And now I'm doing, I don't know if I have the link. So right now my current actual quote unquote side project is actually doing iOS tutorial. I just want to teach myself how to do iOS stuff. So when I'm tired of working on Wedding Lovely and then tired of working on Hello Web Design, I am working on these tutorials to teach me iOS development. And I have this project idea in mind that I want to build once I am ready. So this is the illustration of all the insane things, all the side projects that I've done